Today, the bulldozer shows up. My big project is to take that hill down from, it exceeds 15%. It needs to go below that. So I'm gonna basically shave it down so that it's not as steep. With this, how steep it is, I'll have to lay asphalt on that in order for the fire trucks to make it up, if God forbid there's a fire. After doing some back of a napkin math, didn't quite bust out my calculus skills for the area under a curve, but I believe that what I can do is just kind of grade this down to a lower grade. The slope starts to exceed right here. All of this is fine. Where I have this post up is too steep. The first thing I'm gonna do is clear off some of this these dead trees that are in the way, get them out of the way so that when I'm pushing the dirt, I don't have to worry about those in the way. The bulldozer, I don't know what time it's being delivered today, but when it gets here, I want to make sure everything's all set and ready. I filled up the dump trailer with the madrona tree. The branches on a madrona tree are quite difficult. They don't compress. So even though the dump trailer looks full, it's really not a lot in there. If I really wanted to compress it down, I'd get the excavator and like push. My goal was to get this tree out of the way for when I'm using the bulldozer, and I've accomplished that. So waiting to hear back to see when the delivery of the bulldozer is. So the bulldozer just got here. I'm pretty excited. Oh, it detaches. I see that there. So here it is. It's a 450, a Bulldozer 450, John Deere. The guy said it was a little baby dozer, but this thing looks huge to me. I drove it all of 30 feet and it seems pretty easy to operate. I'm gonna start right here at the top of the hill. And I'm gonna grade this and push this all the way down and around, and I'm going to try to get myself under 15%. The big challenge now is the steep part. So all this has to come down a considerable amount and get pushed down that hill. So the challenge today is to see just how much of this hill I can get at a 15% or less. So that should be interesting. My eyeball says this is not gonna work. So I'm just gonna keep trying to take layers down until it's at less than 15%. Otherwise we have to pave this with asphalt. So a couple days in an excavator, or I'm sorry, a bulldozer, and hopefully we can get this thing going. went ahead and got the grade pretty good. We have about 20 or 30 feet left and it really drops off. So today I'm going to start working on the side, created this kind of side walls. I need to actually create, I think, drainage so water can, you know, not erode the whole road away. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to work with the excavator to pull the dirt down and the bulldozer to push it all down. Hopefully I can get it all down to where the big steep part is and create a more gentle grade. Right about where I'm standing is where it stops 15% and goes to greater. And I only have about 30 feet of this left. I also have an issue up top that there's too much water. It's like the water's coming from the ground. So I need to create like a, what's it called? Like a ditch that the water can travel and get out. The bulldozer doesn't have a very precise way of telling you what grade you're at. The blade goes in like 6 different angles and I'm not really good at working the machine. So my new plan is to go on the hill and 12%, not 15%, 12% is what we're trying to get to. So I'm gonna measure with, I bought a digital level and see where I'm less than 12%, where I'm more than 12%, and use a bulldozer to try to get to that correct. I feel like I'm really, really close. The tool I built just told me when I exceeded 12%. So when it's less, you know, when it's a flatter than 12%, I'm gonna push that dirt out, because my problem is, I don't know if you can see where the bulldozer is, but that's as far as I was able to push the dirt, and I'm about 20 feet away from where it's flat. So I've got flat here and I've got flat here, and I have a massive hill right here. The lack of precision on this bulldozer is driving me crazy. I finished spray painting the slope to see where it exceeds 12%, and for my brain, I don't know why I did that. For my brain, this helps, because then I can visually see the green is where it's good, the red is where it's bad. So I can kind of see, I mean, you can see where it slopes, but I just need to see the numbers for some reason. Oh, the other plan is that Lisa came up with, because she's so smart, is that we only need 12 feet wide. We exceed that 12 feet a lot, and that's where a lot of extra dirt is. Right now, we need dirt. So, believe it or not. So, right here, that's the edge, the drop off, if you will. And we need to fill this in pretty much from here, from right here, down to that ridge right there. So essentially all this dirt I can pull up and push down the hill. I'm not 100% thrilled with how I'm doing this, but it's working eventually. After 3.5 days, I do not feel that my learning curve has accelerated as much as it did with the excavator. I feel like I'm much more proficient with the excavator than I am with the bulldozer. Maybe it's because I'm trying to do a lot of things. I'm trying to go and cut the hill down and on a curve
and I'm pushing dirt everywhere that I don't want to be pushing it. I'm figuring out that I'm fixing my mistakes, basically. So the road, I think, is in a better shape than it was when I started today, but it's hard to see really any progress. I've created a more smooth surface, so that's nice. The professionals that do this all the time, my hat off to you, because this is harder than it looks. I thought I could just get in here and just push some dirt around and be fine, but it is not that easy. So would I have done it if I did it all over again? I probably would, because I am having a little bit of fun, and it's fun to get behind the tractor and push dirt around. I feel like I'm saving money, but I might have to hire somebody and fix what I've done here. So wouldn't be the first time. It's a cool machine. I really do like the mini excavator. It's been pretty awesome, and I think I'm doing pretty good. You can see down here I've got the width correct now. It was way too wide, so I've got a better width. I'm getting all the excess on the side here. I'm pulling up and then pushing down. We're back out on the property. Today I've got a little bit of help. Thank you, Ashley, for helping.
Yep.
Ashley is going to be in charge of burning this whole pile down. Now, she's gonna make a little campfire. We tried this once before. Tell them what happened.
Didn't work.
Didn't work. It's too wet, and now it's dried out for a few days. And we're gonna try again.
Diesel.
And I have diesel fuel. Ashley is going to be in charge of the campfire and marshmallows. Delicious. All right. I need to start like putting up some line. I need to figure out what the slope exactly is and how to get dirt where I need it to go. The bulldozer goes away today, and that means that leaves me with the excavator, and the excavator has a blade on the front, and I've been kind of experimenting with how to use the blade. All I know is 12 feet wide and 12%, but how to go about doing that when you've got a curve and a slope at the same time, it's a bit of a mystery. Oh, there's a bald eagle right there. Bald eagle right there. New plan. Just got off the phone with Pape, P-A-P-E accent. I'll put a link below. This is not sponsored. They're not giving me any deals. I didn't realize this, but they keep track of the hours that you're using the rental equipment, so they can see that remotely, and I'm not anywhere close to 40 hours, which is the week of rental. So he said, yeah, go ahead and use it for a couple more days. So I've got it today and tomorrow and part of Wednesday, which is great. I think I'm going to keep pushing some dirt today at the 12% and then start doing actual math to figure out if I need dirt delivered or not. When I first started doing this, I didn't really, not that I know that much more now, but I know a little more. I had just let it get too wide. So I came down here and used the excavator to pull that dirt off the side that I had been pushing out, and then pushed that up to meet the wall. So what that means is everything up there above the wall is at 12%, which is good. Down here, it's pretty flat. I mean, it's 10, 11, 12%. And then I have the wall. So the project for tomorrow is to do some dirt math. And that's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna have some stakes, some string, calculator, and I'm gonna do my math a couple times, because what I think I'm gonna have to do is order dirt delivered and dumped about right where I am here, and that'll fill in the slope, and I should be good from there. Getting a rental for the Bulldozer was a no-brainer because they're really expensive, and I wasn't going to use it more than this one project. They were nice enough to let me have an extra day or two, which is great. I'll be using it tomorrow, but I don't think I need it for more than that. I'm hoping that I'm done with this in the next couple days, so stay tuned.